Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Really quickly, when I say live, what I mean is that this is not a situation where I've already recorded everything and now I'm coming back and doing a voiceover explaining what's already happened. So this is not a trade recap or anything like that. I am recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. So in other words, if you just want an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. If you do want a nicely edited, nicely scripted video, then yeah, this won't be for you. But if you just want like the raw look into what it's like to be a trader, how can it play out, then I think you'll find some value in this. Now, a little bit of a unique situation here and why I want to do the video is I'm actually down right now. Made some pre-market trades, and I'm down $270. So completely controlled. It's not like it wrecked my account or wrecked anything. Still well within striking distance. Now, does that mean that I'm going to go for green? No, not necessarily. I'm not going to just YOLO my entire account in the sake of, well, I got to get all this red back. I'm going to trade just as normal. And if I get to green, fantastic. Maybe I'm going to get more red, and that's okay because within my risk management scheme, even if I were to take some more losing trades, yeah, that would be more onto the 270, but it's not like it's going to destroy anything. But, so a little bit more. Usually I don't make any pre-market trades, but I did in this situation. Maybe it's telling me why I don't make too many pre-market trades as I'm down 270, but that's also a little bit of confirmation bias because there's been plenty of times where I've made, nice money taking pre-market trades. Although right now, a couple of the ones I've been watching, mainly FUTU, right there has kind of started to collapse without me. I was hoping it would stay above. In fact, I'll just show you the alerts that I made. So right here, FUTU 51 flush point on the open, and you can see now that the price is actually down below that area. So maybe it gets back up above there in the next 3 minutes, but as of now, that's kind of been wiped away. And then let's go check on TWLO, because again, 286.50 was the flush point. And again, what I was just showing there is a private community that I offer. So let's go check out TWLO. Okay, so this one is still in play at least for the 286.50 range on that. So maybe this will be the one I need to watch out of the opening gates, see how it behaves in regard to that level right there. Let me just get. So, all right, well, I will pause for now and I'll be back at the open. And now 286.50 has been violated here on TWLO. So that doesn't mean that they're untradeable. It just means that those original trade plans that I was thinking about will need to be readjusted here. So just kind of a quick update on that. All right, the markets are now open, and definitely want to see what this thing does in the first minute of the day here. I will also be watching FUTU, which is actually behaving much more how I would like to see it behave as it bounces up here a little bit. Again, I am bearish on it. I mean, I would like to try to make money from it if it goes down, otherwise known as going short. And TWLO, well, there's an imbalance going on, so that's probably playing a role in it a little bit, but watching 50 closely. But again, I'm not going to touch it during the first minute. If that costs me a trade, then so be it. Oh, wow. Yeah, still got an imbalance going on. So that one should, in theory, pick up. The low of that, low 50.65. So I'd like to see this thing come up, hit its head, if not even get above 51.50, and then come back down to, what did I say that was, 50.50. So good. Seeing that action that I would want to see. what is the low of that? 51. So let's go to 51.50 now. That's why I wanted to wait for confirmation there. So yeah, 51.50 was that level from pre-market. I was thinking, why does that sound familiar? But yeah, that's right. So at this point, might look to try to get in at 52 anyways, and then potentially try to scale out some at 51.50 just in case it doesn't actually break down through that level. What is the low of that? 52.50. Would love to see this pop up a bit more, then come back down. Again, if you do, wow, look at this tight little range here. All right, there we go. So watching 52 in there at 52.03, looking for the breakdown of 52. So let's see if this thing wants to indeed come down. What is that high? 53. So if this comes down to, what is that? 52.40. I'm looking to add to the position. Because I am bearish on this thing. So yes, if it comes down to 52, let's call it 35-ish, we'll look to add. What is the low of that? 53. So I could see now adding at 53 here. Let's see what it wants to do. You just want to see a little bit more weakness before I add. Well, if this thing goes over 54, I got to get out. Got to be out. Bummer. Well, down $1,300. Still, again, within risk parameters and everything like that. But, okay, there we go. 282. Yeah, let's go. Right at those lows, let's see the break. Great pattern here. Nice little downtrend here. Now it's just a matter of getting that move to the downside. In fact, if it comes back down at 282, I should probably be looking at potentially add. Let's see what it wants to do. Yeah, 282. the right thing to do is certainly add right there if that comes back into play. All right, maybe I will, what's the low of that actually? Low of 283.50. I'll add there now. Try to jump the gun a little bit, because that'd be a nice little formation. 283.50. And watching very closely. Did I miss it? Nope, got filled a little bit on the back test. Okay, let's see this start to move down here now. Again, 282 is that golden goose area, or if that can clear, it should be very, very nice. I will go ahead and pause for now. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch through this sideways consolidation, but I'll keep you updated. Okay, maybe making a move here. Again, 282 is that level that needs to be broken. So there we got the break of it. Want to see more momentum though. Low is at 281.45. So, all right, got the breakthrough there. Okay, there we go. Can we get down through 280? See if it wants to make another move down to that 280 mark. Knocking on the door. As would be expected, big size there. Still have 300 shares left. Would love to see that break at 280. Look at that, getting hammered. There we go. Ooh, that was a pretty bad break though. All right, all out there, bummer. Let's see, made $763 on it. And is FUTU going to give us another chance here? Oof, I don't know. How do I feel about that tight range? Why did that thing get such a tight range all of a sudden? I don't know if that's something I want to work with or not. Again, I like these big candles, but look how small these candles are here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. But let's see what else I can find. Watching 52 here. I don't want to take it on this candle here. Would love to see this candle come down and bounce off 52. Go up a little bit and then come back down. Let's see what it wants to do though. Okay, bounce up some, bounce up some. Get up to like 52.75. I don't know, maybe I'm being too high maintenance. Maybe it's going to cause me to miss the trade. But I got to see some sort of strength here first. Got to see this thing show me a green candle right here. Maybe I'm going to be made to look the fool by missing out on the trade. Maybe I'll look smart because it'll actually just bounce from right here. But that's my requirement. I got to stick to it. I suppose I could do smaller share size to mitigate the fact. Well, there it goes. Well, I had my requirements, did not meet the requirements, but to be fair, I would not be shocked if this was a fake breakdown either. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I missed out on the trade because, like I said, I don't think anybody would be shocked, or at least I wouldn't be shocked to see that being, there we go, and now there's that green candle. So that's why I wanted to wait. Yeah, it broke, but a complete fake break to the downside. So let's see if this wants to hover around here sideways for a little bit more. And is TWLO coming back into play? Yeah, so there's that bounce. Like I said, I got the breakdown, was waiting, and it never just quite wanted to get any sort of true momentum down through that 280 mark. But right here, look at that, 282 once again. Could that be another entry point? I don't know. Where are we at on the video? Oh, okay, only 16 minutes, not too long right now. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Now, full disclosure, sometimes I will miss the trade, so there's no doubt about that. But in this situation, that requirement just saved me from taking a losing trade, because you can see right there, I mean, you all saw the breakdown, but now look at this thing, completely reversed right back around. So very happy that I stuck to my guns and didn't, FOMO into it, because in this situation, it definitely helped me out and kept me disciplined in that regard. So good to see, but wanted to give an update on this thing. Is now looking like it might be ready to break up to the highs right there, but just want to give quick update on that. Let's see what TDOC is doing. Yeah, I was actually thinking this one could have been some sort of bearish movement, but I mean, look at that gap down and straight up. So never mind being bearish on that one. All right, I'm going to pause. All right, watching 1057 here on Tesla, although it's going the exact opposite direction. However, this is actually good, because if this green candle actually comes back down into play, meaning if the price comes back down at, 1057, maybe, yeah, I'll stick with 1057. And that could be a very, very interesting situation. But like I said, no guarantees that it will come into play. I'm almost thinking 1056 to make sure it clears down through that trend line. Or if it comes down to 1057 after already being up here, maybe that's already the leading indicator that it's about to fail. What's that? Low 1062. 200. Yeah, maybe I want to. So if this wants to come up here, break through the VWAP, and then come back down, maybe interested in a short at 1062. We'll just be doing 50 shares because Tesla flies all over the place. I suppose I could do the puts on it because I do trade options, but at this point, I don't know if I want to take that risk. I don't want to take that risk that options present. So I'll just stick with shares. Yes, the upside may not be as much, but there's always a question of, but the downside. So what is that? Yeah, 1061. So all right, I'll go ahead and pause. Maybe Tesla's about to give an opportunity here. Let's see if we can get down through that trend line at 1056.50. But I'll go ahead and pause since I know the video is getting a little bit longer at this time. I'll try to just capture if something's actually going to take place. Well, a quick little example here on the power of trend lines. Look at it. Bounce right off that area. Our chart's perfect. They are not perfect. Our trend line's perfect. They're not perfect. But are they a tool that do definitely provide value? Absolutely. And you just saw it right there. So I'm not giving up on it, but I'm glad I was waiting for confirmation. Watching 74 here for potential move out of this consolidation. On DWAC. All right, never mind. Thought the move was coming, but I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, maybe it's coming here. I want to see this thing pull back again and then come back up there. And as I've said before, may cost me a trade, may cause me to miss out on something, but so be it. So want to see this thing come down red a little bit more. Ideally, if it could get, even down, I was going to say down below 73, which it did there. Good. Now let's see if it wants to come back up to 74. So I'm going to watch very, very closely. I like this setup now. But I don't know, maybe this thing's about to fail, which is why I'm waiting for the confirmation. But if this thing can come back up, well, big buyers there at 72.25. But if this thing can snap back up to 74, that would be super interesting. I am going to let the video roll here just because if it does behave like if it does behave in the way that would make it a great setup in my mind, then I'd like to capture that on video. But very clearly 72.25, very big level of support. If that area does not hold up, might be interested in buying down around 70.50. All right, I am going to go ahead and pause at this point. Okay, maybe making the move here. And I missed it. Let's see if I can get a pullback here to 74. Oh. Does it want to retest the breakout point? Nope. There it goes. Came back down and then went. Oh. Such a fast mover. Well, that may be the cherry on top. Profit target was 76. Just hit 75.98. So I guess it wouldn't quite hit the profit target yet. But knocking on the door, and there is 76. That doesn't necessarily mean I would have been filled at 76, though. But yeah, I would have definitely been in a situation where, you know, worst case here would have been break even. Absolute worst case. Well, I think that's my signal that I just need to call it a morning because just didn't quite have it, and that's okay. Sometimes you're not going to have it, and this was a morning where I just didn't quite have it with, like I said, the cherry on top of me missing that final trade there, which, like I said, to be fair, it hit 76, but would I have been filled up there? I don't know. But at this point, like I said, worst case scenario would have been, and I'm sure I would have locked in some gains anyways, but on the remaining of my shares, worst case would have been break even. So it would have been a winning trade, and, probably would have taken me out of the red, but it is what it is. And that's kind of what happens sometimes. So I was patient, I waited, and then at the last second, I, just hesitated for that one hesitation, and it ended up costing me probably being able to get back into the green. But, this thought process here that I'm going through right now is also a great way to lead myself into revenge trading, especially for the sake of a YouTube video, right? As I've said in the past, no problem admitting that I want to make cool YouTube videos. The last thing I want to do is post a video on YouTube of me losing, let alone me losing $500. But I hit the record button, so it's going on YouTube. And I don't want to do it, which, like I said, brings a whole nother dynamic of voices that show up because I want to just make another trade and at least try to get back to green. But that would just be silly in the name of doing it for YouTube because that's just all ego at the end of the day, right? That's what that would boil down to, is me just having a big ego because, well, I don't want to post a video on YouTube showing. No, all traders lose. Whether or not they show it, that's a whole nother video discussion. But as for you longer time viewers know, I'll post my losses because everybody has losses. It's part of trading. And I am stalling a little bit because I'm curious to see if it would have gone up and hit 76 and just rub salt in the wound. And it's looking good right now for a move back up to 76, if not a break up through there. And for those of you that this is what I'm watching, right? Level 2s, seeing if that goes up over 76. Mainly if that goes up over 76. Because if this goes up over 76, and that's officially a break, like no doubt about it. So depending on opinion, right there, if that goes above 76, and that is without doubt, for sure, a break of 76. Knocking on the door. But wow, 76. A stubborn level. But all right, well, if you enjoy these videos, and especially if you appreciate the transparency, if you appreciate me just showing the losses, as I know it will bring out trolls and stuff like that, keyboard warriors, the armchair quarterbacks, all of them. If you appreciate the transparency, then hit the like button, leave a comment. even if it's just saying thanks, because little things like that go a long way in communicating that you enjoy these live videos and that you do appreciate the transparency here. So hit that like button, leave a basic comment, even if it's just a ticker symbol that you traded today. But those two things, like I said, go a long way in communicating to me to make these live videos, because they're not easy. They are genuinely live. I know I could make my life easier by recording everything and then coming back and talking about it, but that's just not the same. I know a lot of you like the in the moment thought process, in the moment emotions, and kind of what I'm doing right now, rambling. But that's just how the human mind works. You'll try to justify, try to convince yourself to keep on trading, which is probably what I'm doing here right now. But I've been doing this long enough to know that now that's actually the YouTube video that's showing up. But hit that like button, leave a basic comment below, and as long as I know people are finding enjoyment in these live trade videos, then as difficult as they are, I will continue to do them every now and then. And again, if you appreciate that transparency, then definitely hit that like button. I really appreciate it. So everybody, thank you. Take care. Remember, sometimes you're just not going to have it, and that's okay. Because the key is manage the risk, because some days you will have it, and when you will have it, assuming you manage that risk, those gains will come back and outweigh the losses when you didn't quite have it. So just manage your risk, admit some days you don't have it, and survive to fight another day. Everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.